All right, welcome back to Verena City. We are at part 7, I believe, and we're looking towards our train station, and we can see a train just coming in, while some cargo trains are passing also through here. Loads of people coming in, which is very nice to see. I did decorate the train line a little bit, so it doesn't look so naked, and I think it turned out quite nicely. And I think today what we're going to do is start expanding towards this side of the highway, or yeah, and continue building on this peninsula. So let's do exactly that. For that, we are going to need another tile, and I think it's going to be this one. And we're going to purchase that one. Next tile, let's quickly check, is also with the next milestone, so that's perfectly fine. With the next milestone, we can, for example, buy this one, so we have the whole peninsula to build on. Right, we have quite even demand, which is good. So the first thing I want to do is expand this main artery here towards the other end of our square. So let's do that right away. We, I think, just come out with this 4-lane regular road. And I think we're going to come out straight at first. Maybe until here. And then we're going to lightly curve over a little bit. And then continue straight, probably until here. This part that's now kind of cut off by this road is going to be our university campus. So we are going to work on that in a future episode. What I do want to do right away is think about how I want to bring over the tram, because I do want a tram connection in between those two areas. And then here in our town square, we can have kind of an interchange or a transport hub, if you will. So people can come from the train station to here, then change the tram, go on our ring tram, or go over to the other area. I will also hopefully take some traffic off our road, because for the time being, that's our only connection to a highway is through this road. So everyone who lives on this side will have to travel through this this main street, which might be a little bit too much, but we will see. So let's think about how we can go over. I would want to have the tram line along the highway as well. So let's prepare for that. And we're going to use the road guidelines here. Then do something like this, and or maybe even follow the roads a little bit better. So maybe like this, and then how does this look? Not too bad, not too bad. And then we are going to come just until about halfway of our peninsula, so we can then have a tram road going in this direction. I'm just going to leave it like this for the moment, so we can see how this will connect up. And then I think right at this spot here, we're going to go underground if we can. How does this look? Nice, okay. And then on this side, we're going to come up from maybe here. As much as possible, like this. It looks very nice. We have many different layers next to each other, which is very nice. And then I think we are going to use this road here, and we run our tram line through there. So let's come out and have a nice curve and then connect those up. And then we also need to upgrade these roads here, which I hope is not giving us any problem. It doesn't. So now we have a tram connection to over there. If, of course, underground, we connect those up. Now we are trying to do this properly by having an S shape. We, of course, could do it like angled, but there's no reason to do that. And now we have our tram connection to this side of the map, or this side of the highway. And now we can think about how we want to do this. Now, we do probably want also like a town square on this side of the map. And I think we are going to have this tram line cut through the town square and then build the square around it. Maybe we can take the one with the decorative trees, and then we are going to use 5 by 2.5, and also on this side 2.5. Connect this up. Oops, this is a little bit crooked. Maybe it was, so let's do that again just to make sure we're nice and symmetrical. There we go. And this can be our town square here with a tram going through. And the tram can then further go into this direction and also later on give access to our campus, which will sit down here. So maybe actually we are going to do something like this, then curve over. Maybe like this. Yeah, it's a little bit wonky. Let's do that again. Let's come out from here first and then connect up nicely like this. And then for the moment, because we do not build our campus today, we're just going to have a turnaround loop on this side here. Very simple, just do something like this. The next time we can of course fix this, but for the moment our trams just need to have a place where they can turn around. So let's quickly take care of the junctions so that everything can flow freely. Very nice. And let's think about what we want to put on our town square. I think it's time to put down some more unique buildings. And what always is nice is this clock tower. So I think we can measure something out. We have a halfway point here, and let's stick with the trees and see how this looks. Let's see if this clock tower will align. It doesn't. Okay. So let's see. Another very nice asset is this tax office. And as you can see, it does align very nicely. So I think we can go for that and box it in with the nice road, and then on the back have another road coming out like this. And then maybe on the other side we do want to have a clock tower. So let's try putting it down here. And we do need a node there so we can snap onto this. So let's, or better, we need to move this node a little bit. So let's see if we can somehow cheat it to be aligned properly. Always a little bit, it requires some fiddling around for these monuments, or do we mind if it's not properly aligned? Yeah, it's a little bit annoying if it's not. How to do this? How can we break it? Maybe like this. No, it will always come back. Okay. So maybe let's wait with this clock tower for another time, and we can maybe put down the friendly neighborhood park, although that will maybe also look nice on the back of this tax office. And then let's come out with the road like this. I think that looks very nice, so let's leave it like this. And here we're just going to build some zoning so we can zone some stuff inside of here. And these, I think, are a little bit too many trees, so let's downgrade some of those roads to the roads with grass. And also here, maybe have some trees just on these roads here. I think looks much better. Now, what we need, before I forget, is to bring over some water. Like this. We're just going to follow our main road for now and then see where we want to put our houses. There we go. And we also need some water running down the middle so that we're fully covered. Let's paint some districts while we're at it. I think this side of town, or of the square, we will have some green cities, as we already do on this side as well. But then on this side, we're just going to have some regular commercial zones. So let's continue with our roads here and here. And I think maybe can have some dead ends on this side as well, which later can, of course, have some walking paths. Yeah, before we forget, I just remember, let's quickly look at our terrain. Okay. How steep is this? I think that's fine. Shouldn't give us too many problems. So let's do zone. We do, of course, want some commercial assets around here. Maybe give them some different shapes. Maybe like this. Then let's be symmetrical and also do that on this side. But we also want some services. So, for example, let's put in a medical clinic on our town square so people can get some medical help. This aligns very nicely here. We also want a fire station, although maybe we can put in a big firehouse for this entire area here. So let's come out with a road from here, which will be very nice here on the edge alongside our tram line, and then we can make a little service area on this side, maybe like this, with a firehouse, a big one, maybe like this, and maybe also a big police station. And then in the back here we can have something else later on, or we just shorten it. For the moment, let's just box it in, and we can always expand this if we need. Let's bring over some water. First, this junction here is very close, but I think because only trams are really coming from this side, I think it's going to be fine. There probably won't be too many trams anyways, so or just one pretty much. Just one line that connects those two sides. And then let's see how we want to connect or how to build some zonings for our houses. And I do probably want to have maybe some kind of neighborhoods that will look something like this. Now we come out by a road and then have some boxes like this. So how much is this? 520, so 520 and 520. And then have something like this, and this will be kind of like a neighborhood like this. And on the other side as well, 440, then 800, something like this. And we can have some people moving in here as soon as we provided some water. This will change up also our grid a little bit, because we stuck to a grid for the most part on this side, except our funky neighborhood over there. So I think here we will do that. And the question is, do we want some different houses here? Let's just make a district here for now. And let's see what we can do. I think we're gonna go with European suburbia. Why not? Is there any other policy we want? It's fine for now, I think. Good. So let's zone some houses. Like this first, and then we can go around later. Just so that we have some people moving into this neighborhood, so we can have some traffic also, that or some people moving around. And we are going to give this road priority. Oh, and we have a lot of traffic lights here, so let's run the game slowly and take care of all those traffic lights. And of course, you're also going to need power. So let's, for the moment, come over like this. I did a little bit strangely just because I want to keep my nice design intact. Like this. Some people should be coming over. They will have to drive quite far at the moment. I just realized they have to drive all the way around like this. Of course, we do want to provide a connection into our town from here. So let's do it like this, so people don't have to drive so far. And turn off this junction like this. Yeah, this is exactly the look I'm going for. This small neighborhood look. Question is, yeah, let's just go with some different tiles on this side like this, because I do not want the houses to be oriented on the other side, and then have some big mansions like this. Yeah, we're going to wait until this is connected. Right. What we also will need, of course, is some education facilities. So let's put in a high school and a elementary school. And I think they can go here. So people can get educated, and we could also put in a library. that maybe fits in somewhere. I will align nicely here. Very nice. This has no power. Let's provide that. And I just noticed as I'm building that our energy level, our electricity level is quite low. So let's go over here and build one more power station in our power station area. Very nice. Yes, and we are completely fine again. And now that we have some movement on this side, let's bring over a tram line from town square here. I think we're just going to put the line here, then come over and have a stop here, have a stop here. Let's stay symmetrical like this. For the moment, that's enough. And then connect back up here. Maybe we can actually have one stop here as well. And let's quickly go into our tram. This is tramline form, is old town square new town square. Didn't fit in, but it's fine. And this one can maybe be a nice bright red. We have 13 vehicles, which seems a little bit exaggerated. So let's go with 5 first and then see how many we need. And now we also need to keep an eye on this town square, because maybe we will have to change this up a little bit, because you can already see the trams are backing up a little bit. So yeah, we'll need to keep an eye on this town square in the old town, just to make sure we don't have any traffic problems at the moment. Yeah, that's our main concern. But our trams are moving around now, which is very nice. I really like these 3 transport modes being next to each other, the highway, the train and the tram. I think it looks very nice. And also here on this side, like these 3, if we put in some decorations in between, I think that will look very, very nice. We do oops, I just noticed we don't have any power on this side. Let's quickly fix this before people get mad at us. This. And let's quickly take a look at this town square. Why are there... Oh, they're returning to depot, I see. Good. I think this is looking very nice. This will slowly turn into a big or a nice little neighborhood. And then in between here, now we have another. Let's quickly see if we, just to measure this. So that will be also 520, I think. Like this. This should be halfway in between. It looks like it is. So let's see if we can have another neighborhood in between here. How much is this? For 240, 240. How does this look? I think fine. Let's do the same thing on the other side. 440, 240 rather, 240. And then yes, we're going to delete this, but I think we can now put in a power line that's a little bit more reasonable. if we just connect like this, we don't need this one anymore. This also needs some water. And then this will also give us some nice space for some decorations later on. First, let's just do it like this. And then, of course, we're also going to need some leisure. So let's provide some parks. Maybe like this and like this. Have a rather big park in those, and then have... Whoa, this is a little bit too big, maybe put them on the entrance here. Would maybe also look good. Yes, like this. Many playgrounds. Actually, we could do playground and dog park, so there's something for younger and older people. Maybe that's more reasonable. Yes, that's more reasonable. Very nice. So there's already people waiting for the trams, which is also very nice. We see how is our town square doing. Completely broken down. So let's quickly take care of this. I've already thought of a solution for this. So we must turn around these police station and post office, and then we're going to downgrade this to being only tram roads. And what that's going to do is that if people want to drive from here to here, they will probably just drive around because this is a faster road than going through the middle. And that should hopefully, with time, take care of our problem, because those cars should get out of the way. And if that won't help, we can also just downgrade some of those roads to be tram roads. Maybe actually we can also delete this road to really force traffic to go around our town square. And that maybe will help solve this problem. We'll see. There's a lot of people waiting for the tram, which is nice. Just question is which one, but we'll see. Over here, train station, still nice and busy. People waiting, yeah, wonderful. This is also coming along quite nicely, I think. We can check on our power. Yes, so let's delete some of the power lines if we can, so we can have some more zoning spaces around here. So we can, for example, put in a nice house here on the corner. Let's delete that one and just have something like this. Maybe a nice small house here, and let's do the same thing on this side. There we go. And here we can also have some nice big houses on either side. Both sides, like this. This will just slowly develop because we still have some demand. We can also maybe zone some more commercial here. And what else could we put in? Probably on this side, we probably also need a cemetery somewhere, which maybe we don't want in our block. Where is a good spot? would fit in nicely in between here, but I'm not sure if that's a good spot for cemetery, but maybe here along the river. So let's put in, maybe for the moment, just a dirt road, like this, and then have the cemetery here alongside the river. That actually looks okay, I think. Let's provide some water and some power for the moment like this. Can always fix it later. Traffic, let's quickly check on our town square again. Yeah, and it seems to be way better. So with some time, I think this will sort itself out. It's already at 92% again, which is completely fine with me. This neighborhood here developing nicely. Of course, this will need many decorations to fill in those empty spaces here, but that's okay. Now the question is, do we want some offices alongside our main road? I think, why not? Maybe like this. To also provide some working spaces, and I think offices in a town square actually make a lot of sense, and it will also provide some working space for our highly educated people. Now, this one I don't think is a good idea. I'm more thinking of smaller assets like the itsy bitsy critter. This one also looking nice. Is this the same thing? Nope, it's not. This one, we still would want something a little bit shorter or less tall. Come on. We really need to maybe put a different sized building here. It just really wants to be that big, huh? Okay, let's then try something like this. See what that will spawn in. And let's work. Oh, there's actually two, huh? Okay. Also fine. And yes, I think this size we can have here on the corner. A little bit taller asset, as long as it's not a huge tower. I think that's fine. And maybe we can even have a small 2x2, or let's do 3x2. See if that will give us some other thing. Come on. We'll check on that later. That's coming now, and I'm not looking. The 2x2, but that looks very nice. What is it? Accounting for it. Perfect. And maybe what we can put in is some health stuff as well, like for example a sauna. And that can maybe go on this side. And why not have a community pool in this area? And I'm thinking, let's upgrade this just in case we want to upgrade the whole road later. And the community pool, I think, will be very nice. And people, of course, appreciate a community pool. Good. I think if we quickly recap what we did in this episode, we expanded towards this side of the map, and we have a nice town square developing, and also some neighborhoods here that are in those shapes that break from the regular grid from over here a little bit. We brought over the tram, and we have tram stop on our main road in our town square, which I think, yeah, many people are using already. And that actually means that our traffic is perfectly fine after we've fixed a big congestion on our older town square. So I think first steps to this new area are complete, and I'm very happy with it. So we're going to end it here. So thank you very much for watching, and see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.